Well, it's February 2nd, 2026. I'm 14 weeks and shit, I just looked. How do I always do this? 4 days pregnant. 4 days pregnant. Hudson is the size of the baseball from the movie Sandlot, the size of a navel orange, the size of a shuttlecock, the size of the hair clip that Mulan wears. What else did I see? I can't remember. So, that's a lot of stuff. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I got to see him today. Little stinker. He's very active. I know, I just got out of the shower. You guys get me at my best, obviously, all the time, because I do these at the end of the day. Because they're recaps, so, you know, here we are. Here we are. So, okay. I forgot that I volunteered to be an ultrasound model for the very first clinic that I went to, and they sent me a reminder text like 3 minutes before my appointment, and I called them. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was about to take a nap. Isabel was up at 4. She came into bed with me, and it took me almost an hour to get her to go back to sleep, so I was tired. I was going to take a nap, but instead, they were like, it's okay, we still have time if you want to come, like, please. And I was like, okay. So I went on over there and I got an ultrasound and I got to see him, and he was like flipping all over the place, and he loves to put his little hand to his mouth. So I don't know if we're already thumb sucking in the womb or what, but he loves to put his hand to his mouth. I got to see his little feet, his little butt, his little brain, his little head, his little jaw. Got some pictures. He kept flipping around, so it was actually really hard for her to get the images that she needed for her like annual assessment or whatever. So he was a little difficult, and aren't we all? So, and then I went and worked out of the coffee shop for a bit. Got some stuff I'm continuing to work on, projects I'm continuing to work on, and then I went to a pelvic floor physical therapy just to establish some care ahead of time, and it was really interesting for a lot of reasons. So, you know, I was talking to her about, you know, this pregnancy versus the last pregnancy, and, you know, we're talking about all these things, and she's asking me questions about what I'm doing, like all the, you know, what was it? You know, she's asking me, like, do I have a meditation practice or a mindfulness practice? Do I have, you know, all the things? And she was like, listen, like, you're doing a lot, like in a complimentary way. You know, she was like, you're so much more prepared this time. Like, you're doing so much to take care of yourself and take care of this baby. Like, you've been doing a lot of work and a lot of really hard work. And I was telling her about how I'm working on, like, connecting to my emotions so it feels safe again. I'm talking to her about feeling safe in my body and how that's been really hard for me, and you know, and all of the things around that. And she was like basically reiterating to me all the things that I'm doing and done and like and working on, and, you know, especially these past few years, and just was just like really encouraging, complimentary around, like, because for me it just never feels like it's enough, right? Like, am I doing enough to take care of myself? Am I doing enough to take care of Izzy? Am I doing enough to take care of this baby inside of me? And like, just to kind of have that outside perspective of like, you're really doing a lot and you're doing a really good job, made me cry. So good for us. It's probably a good sign. So, and I came home and I ate real quick, picked up Isabel, and I took her to my volleyball game. So Izzy got to watch me play volleyball for the first time. And my team is so funny. They're like, listen, we're going to need you to keep playing with us until this baby falls out of you. And I'm like, I don't know how long I can play for. Because, like, I think we have 4 weeks left. And the next season would be like 10 weeks, give or take. So, I mean, I'm thinking they want me to play another like 14, 15 weeks, which would put me at like 28, 29 weeks. How pregnant is that? It's like pregnant. Like, I might pop at some point. They're like, you pregnant and like not as mobile is still better than like any other setter that we could have. Like, you're so good and you're so good at what you do. And I'm like, that's so kind. I'm like, I will keep playing until I can't. We should probably have a backup for when I have to tap out. So, because I don't know how long I'm allowed to play for. I don't know. But they all really don't want me to stop playing, which is really sweet. So I will take that compliment. And then 4 of us girls went to a little dive bar afterwards, and I drank a strawberry spritzer. It was actually pretty good. And just kind of bonded more and, you know, made more friends and deeper friendships and like all that good stuff that I love to do. So my cup feels full today. I'm feeling a little frustrated on some of the business side of things, but we'll figure it out. I always figure it out. So, but, you know, I just really want some things to come together, and I really want some things to work, and some of the feedback I'm getting is just like confusing and like delayed and just, yeah, you know, business stuff. So I'm going to read, which, oh yeah, I told you guys like a couple days ago I was going to look up how many books I've read this year, and I was thinking it was between like 10 to 15 in January. I read 15 books in January, so I was pretty right on, 15 books. So then I've obviously already started for February. I'm on a 70-week streak, which is crazy. So my day streak got a little messed up when I was dating Izzy's dad, so it's kind of starting over again. So, not Izzy's dad, gross. Hudson's dad. A couple of late night dates. Probably. The things I did for this man. Anyways, still haven't heard if he's made an appointment or not. I was going to check in tomorrow and see if he's made the appointment, and then go from there. I mean, everything's going to be fine. It's always going to be fine. Everything always works out. Everything's just going to be okay, you know? So, my skin's still a little funky. I need to clean my makeup brushes. I think that's what it comes down to. So, here we go.